Hey there, Greg Smith here of LongDriveFormula.com. Thank you very much for registering to download the How to Hit Longer case study. If you haven't registered for this case study, you can do so by clicking the link below. I suggest you do. It's a really good case study and you're really going to enjoy going through it. If you have registered, the download link for the case study has been sent to the email address that you provided. But before you download it, before you start using it, you need to watch this video first, because now you've got a proven case study on how to hit the ball 30 yards longer. In this video, I want to show you how to put that case study to good use, and this is going to be a three-part video series. So this first one, we're going to look at how to strike the ball consistently, because striking the ball consistently is the first part of hitting long drives. The second video, we're then going to look at how we can improve the flight of the shots and improve the line of the shots, and then we're also going to look in the third video on how to generate some real club head speed. So it's a fantastic mini series that I've put together here for you. But in this first video, we're going to have a look at how to strike the ball consistently, because you know, lots of times we go to the golf course, you know, and sometimes we can be hitting it great, but then there's just a few odd wild shots that come in, you know, and really wreck your scorecard. So we're going to look at how we can hit it consistently, get rid of those wild shots, but also really get some power into the shots and hit some nice long drives. So on the screen here, we've actually got Angel Cabrera, and we're going to have a little look at his swing here and see what we can do, what we can copy from his golf swing to try and increase our power, but also our consistency. So let's just run this swing through first of all. So he's hitting a fairway wood here, and we'll take him to the top of the backswing and then down and through into impact, and then into the follow through. Really nice, powerful golf swing, but a very consistent ball striker as well. So what can we learn about from his golf swing on how to hit the ball consistently? Now we've got a circle on Cabrera's head here now, and I want you to watch as he goes to the top of the backswing how his head actually works as he goes back. So we can see that it stayed pretty much in the circle. It hasn't moved away too much, but it's definitely moved off to the right. So from setup to the halfway back position, we can see that he's moved right over to the right side of that circle. Now what's happened here is his head has moved slightly laterally, and it's actually turned with his body as well. So watch the peak of his cap change angle. There we go. He's allowed his head to move to the right and turn slightly to allow him to pull the left shoulder into the right leg. So he's actually moving the weight over to that right side. So again, as we take that swing back, he can transfer the weight into the right leg and create a nice big full shoulder turn by letting his head just move a fraction and certainly let it turn with the body. So now he can get to the top of the backswing and create a really big powerful turn. But there's one key distinction here that we have to make sure we get right. So let's just pop a line on his leg now at setup, and then we'll run it through again to the top of the backswing. Yes, his head's going to move over to the right, but look at that right leg. It stayed absolutely rock steady. The angle of the leg has maintained its relationship with that blue line, and there's no real lateral movement to that lower half of the body. So what he's done here is he's really transferred the weight over into that right leg, but he's done it without moving the leg. So the upper part of the body has moved over to the right, the shoulders and the head has moved laterally to the right and turned, but then that right leg has maintained its angle and it stayed very steady. So that's one real important part that we need to focus on in the golf swing. Allow the head to turn so the shoulders can turn fully, but keep the right leg solid. Keep the right leg solid and you'll have a very balanced top of the backswing position. So let's run it from the top of the backswing now, and let's run it through down into impact. So I'm going to pop a line on his head here, down towards the ground, and then I'm just going to run this swing through now. So we can see that he started to move forwards from that line coming into the impact. Let's just run that through again. So from the top of the backswing, we can see that head moves forwards into impact. Okay, Now if we draw a line from the golf ball straight up, and let's just make that move again. So we'll take him to the top of the backswing and then move him down and through. Although his head's moved forwards, we can see it stayed behind that line. So that's the second key to this video, the second key to consistent ball striking. To strike the ball solidly, your head must stay behind the golf ball at impact. So we allow the head to move into the right leg going back. We can allow the head to move as the start of the downswing, but it must stay behind the golf ball at impact. That's key number 2. But there is another important distinction in this as well. So as we run that swing through back into impact again, yes, the head has stayed behind the golf ball, but watch the motion of the head as he moves down. Watch the peak of his cap. It's rotating, it's turning with the body. So although we want the head to stay back, we still want the head to turn with the body. So trying to keep your head down, trying to stay down and looking at the golf ball won't help you. You've got to let that head rotate. And that's something I see so many times with my students that first come to see me and they're struggling with the ball striking. They try and stay down with the head and look at the golf ball for too long, and it stops them from turning through. But we can see quite clearly here with Cabrera, even though he keeps the head behind the golf ball at impact, his head is rotating with his body into a nice free full follow through. And it's only until we get to this 3/4 follow through when the head actually passes where the golf ball would be. So those are the 2 key swing changes that I want you to put into your golf swing to get you hitting the ball consistently. Number 1, we want to allow the head to move slightly to the right and rotate with the shoulders in the backswing. But we're going to do this by keeping that solid right leg. So keeping the angle in the right leg, you're turning into that solid right leg. And then key number 2, we're going to allow the head to rotate in the downswing, but it must stay behind the golf ball. Keep the head behind the golf ball to strike the ball solidly. That's key number 2. But as we go through, let the head rotate. So don't stay down, stay back, but let the head rotate so the body can turn through freely. And if you can do these 2 swing changes, if you can put these into your golf swing, you're going to hit the ball that much more consistently. Now, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Like I told you at the start, there's 2 more videos to come, and we're going to look in the next video at how we can really improve the line of our shots, the flight of our shots. So keep your eye on your inbox. I'll send you an email letting you know when this video is ready for viewing. And in the meantime, what I'd really like you to do is beneath this video, there's actually a box for comments. So I want you to go ahead and click like if you enjoyed this video and leave a comment below. So, you know, I'd love to hear what you think about this video and any questions you might have about your golf game, and I'll do my best to answer them. And then obviously you've got this next video coming very soon.